Microsoft continues to announce or showcase some pretty cool AI solutions. On today's episode, I just want to take a closer look at what has been announced maybe in the past few days. We can see it's been a great time for Microsoft investors year to date. The stock is up roughly 20%. Even though Google has kind of been fallen to some extent, Google investors, in my opinion, are also pretty happy, up roughly 16.3%. Obviously, if we take a closer look at past year results, they are a bit different. We can see Alphabet is down roughly 26% in the past year, while Microsoft is only down roughly 7% in the past year. But remember, these are two different companies. Google right now does depend a lot in the advertisement market, and the advertisement market has definitely seen more headwinds than some of the businesses that Microsoft provides. So I can definitely understand why in the past year one is down more over the other, but it is pretty cool to see year to date both are, even though one is leading, the other is not that big of a lead. So there was this pretty interesting blog that has been getting a lot of traction online, and a few reports have been writing about it. So I decided to read this blog, and it's kind of talking about how Microsoft Bing is trying to drive more traffic and value to publishers from the new Bing AI that they've added, right? It's kind of changing their overall search engine platform. So they kind of mention a little bit of what's happening here, and they're kind of just mentioning that, hey, this is still a new space, but we are adding and we are listening to our advertisers or publishers to trying to get better results for them. So I decided to kind of just go to Bing real quick just to showcase what's available right now and how they're trying to improve it. So right here I was just searching a very simple desk, just an office desk. And right now how this new AI Bing is kind of driving traffic to other places is the following. First, if they kind of cite certain information, let's say here they were citing some information on the size and the width and everything about the desk. When I kind of hover over it, it gives me a Bing or a kind of other link to kind of learn a little bit more, and it takes me directly to that publisher, right? So that drives traffic to a publisher, which is great news, and they showcase different solutions here. The other thing that they do is we can see in the bottom there is like a learn more where you can click it and kind of go to that publisher. Now, if we take a closer look at this kind of new solution that Bing is trying to kind of talk about, is when you kind of highlight those citations and you only get a kind of a quick link to the website, they're trying to add a new form of image, some form of new ad method where it will entice the viewer or the searcher to kind of click into that link. Like I see right now, we just get a straight link. Maybe here to my right, I will end up getting with a more customizable prompt where it's going to give me an incentive to click on that website and that publisher a little bit more. Before we go any further, I want to thank you for watching, and I need your help to reach my goal of 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and thumbs up. Also, if you want some fantastic insight into the semiconductor industry, join my other channel, Semiconductor Investing and More, where I use my electrical engineering background to break down the semiconductor market. Finally, I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video, and check out fool.com/Jose for the 10 best stocks to buy now. With that link, you get a promotional offer for their subscription service. Now, let's continue with today's episode. So we can see Bing AI is still new, right? This whole kind of changing of the search it is new for both Microsoft and Google, and we can see how Microsoft is trying to expand more solutions and to kind of increase their advertisement here. Some other one, this one's about 2 weeks old, but there might be some people that aren't in the tech savvy world that might have heard about it. But Bing, you can now use it with their image creator where you kind of write down a text prompt and it creates an image from it. So here they gave an example where, can you create me an image of an astronaut walking through a galaxy of sunflowers? And then mention, sure, I'll use image creator to draw that for you. So we can see how Bing is not just having the text AI, but it's also adding other forms of generative AI into its solutions. Before we go any further, I do have a question to the viewers. Have you, since OpenAI, since all these generative AI solutions have come out in forms of text, in forms of images, have you changed the way you're using search engines, especially Google? For me, I want to answer and I want to say I was normally, and I still am, a Google searcher, right? So if I'm looking for something really simple, I will use Google search. Now, if I'm using something, if I'm looking for something informative or something educational, I tend to go to OpenAI. And that's a little bit of where my changes or habits have kind of changed from previously before any of this kind of generative AI solution. So now kind of coming back into here with AI on March 28th, so about 3 days ago, Microsoft is introducing Microsoft Security Copilot, and it's just kind of empowering the vendors at the speed of AI. And it sounds pretty cool if you are, let's say, someone who's working in the cybersecurity market or a cybersecurity analyst. What ends up happening, they gave a pretty cool example here. You pretty much have a prompt here that they have. And so in this prompt, they do mention how everything is your data and everything is secure. And you can go, hey, where's most of the malicious attacks happening in my server or in my platform? And it kind of gives you an idea. So it's pretty interesting to see how AI and these large language models are being used in other solutions outside of their search, outside of just text prompts. And here we're seeing how Microsoft is including it into a security co-pilot. Now, just some recent news on Google. I want to say it does seem like Google Bard has not gotten that same type of traction as Bing has. And from all the articles that we're seeing right now, it does seem like Google is trying to play catch up, at least in this search engine transformation with AI. I don't think they're trying to play catch up with technology. Google probably has a strong load of AI technology and information, but they're trying to play catch up on how to greatly integrate it into their platforms in a way where it doesn't hurt their business at the same time. So I think Google has a little bit more to lose. So for that, they have to be very, very careful. But we are seeing that, for example, there are results that Google is restructuring certain portions of its business to become more prioritized into Bard AI. And we're also seeing that Google Bard is expected to switch to a more capable language model. The CEO, I believe, was in a podcast where he mentions that. But again, it does kind of, in the top level, it seems like Google is trying to play catch up to Microsoft. I don't think that's necessarily the case. What I believe is happening is Google has a lot more to lose, especially in the search engine advertisement market, that they have to be a lot more careful on how they kind of integrate a lot of these solutions, especially to search. But we have seen all the AI solutions that they're bringing to their productivity business. So it is pretty interesting to see this battle. I believe both Google and Microsoft can do well. They both have numerous kind of growth opportunities coming from cloud being one of them, but obviously the productivity suites that they have. Alphabet, obviously a big winner here with the advertisement market, and Microsoft just with their whole vast of kind of productivity products. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Take care, have a good day, and see you next time.